What's up, Compass students? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Really excited that you guys joined us tonight. Hey, tonight our campus pastor here at Roanoke, Josh Wright, is bringing the message as we continue on in this series, The You Effect. But before that happens, I want to let you know about a couple things. So I know it's been a long time since we've been able to worship together in the same building. Well, starting June 7th at the 10 o'clock and the 11:30 service times, we're actually going to be able to worship together here at the church. So we're super excited about that. We'd love you to be a part of that. If you're not ready for that, that's totally cool. How about start a watch party at your home? Like get a couple of your friends together. You guys can watch church together, do church together in your home. We'd love for you to do that if you're ready to do that. But I want to let you know about that on June 7th, starting back here. We do not have student services starting on Wednesday night yet. We are still following, our government officials' guidelines and work with our facilities to make sure that we are being super safe for you guys. So we don't have student services on Wednesday night yet. We'll let you know as soon as that changes. Also, summer camp. I know a lot of you found out, we put the word out, CIY Mix and CIY Move did get canceled because of COVID-19. But we are going to do something amazing. We are going to do an awesome summer camp at Compass Experience. That's going to be in July. There's going to be one for junior high and one for high school. So keep an eye out at compass.church/students or compass.church/camp. You can also follow us at Compass ROSM on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter to get all of the updates. But like I said, Josh Wright is bringing it tonight with the U Effect. But before that, we're going to jump into some worship. I love you guys. Don't forget to jump into the Zoom small group. In the comment section, you'll have the link in there for how you can get involved in that. Love you guys. See you soon.
Hey Compass students, we're just going to sing out some worship. Feel free to join along.
called me a citizen of heaven. When Hey, what's up, Compass Roanoke Student Ministry? So glad to be with you tonight. Man, it's been only a couple months since I've been campus pastor, and I've only been able to really hang out with you guys once on a Wednesday night since then because, gosh, who'd have known we'd be in the middle of COVID-19. But if you don't know me, my name's Josh, and I'm another Josh. You have another Josh on as a pastor at your church. But I just want to start off today by first saying that man, I am so proud of all of our seniors this year. I want to say congratulations to all of you. I know it didn't look like you anticipated, but man, you made it, and here you are, and we're praying for you, and we're in your corner, and we are for you, and just so proud of you. So proud of all of our student ministry. Love what God's doing in your lives, and just honored to be your pastor. So today we're in week 2 of a series that Josh started last week. He did a great job opening this series called The You Effect. The You Effect. So when I was a junior in high school, I was dating a girl named Stephanie, and I went to her house one day, have dinner with her family. Well, Stephanie lived in this house. It was kind of on a pretty main road, but she lived kind of up on a hill. There was a really large slope in her yard, in the front yard, grass. And after dinner was over, I got up and went outside, went to the porch with Stephanie. We're just going to hang out and talk. And she had like a rail around her porch. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something really smooth. I'm going to jump up in the air and turn around and sit down on the rail and face her and talk to her. Be really smooth, like something you see in the movies. Well, I planned it perfectly, except that I'm 6'4", and her roof was much lower than I anticipated, or the ceiling of the porch was much lower than I anticipated. I jumped up, turned around, jumped in the air, hit my head on the porch roof, fell backwards down the grass, and rolled all the way to the street. Yeah. Just goes to show you, I am not a predictor of the future. I'm not real great. I didn't see that coming. Didn't know that was going to happen. That did not go according to my plans. So I say all that to say, none of us can predict the future, right? Like, we didn't know we would be where we're at right now. We didn't know that we'd be in the middle of COVID-19 and that so many things would be taken from us. We didn't know that, like, we would all love Justin Bieber, not like Justin Bieber for a while, and then love him again. Okay, maybe I'm old. I don't know. Anyways, we didn't know that. But there is something that can predict the future. What can predict the future is your friends. It's the people in your life. One of my favorite quotes of all time is this: show me your 5 best friends. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Show me your 5 best friends, and I will show you your future. I believe that. I believe that the current people in your life are a predictor of where your life is going. The you effect, therefore, is determined greatly by the who effect. The you effect, the impact that you have on this planet, the impact that you make with this one life, this borrowed breath that you have as a 7th grader, as a 10th grader, what you do on this earth in your life is largely determined or greatly impacted by who you allow in your life. By who you allow to speak into your life, who you allow to influence you in your life. I believe that at all times we should have 3 groups of people in our life. The first one are people that are pouring into us, that you might call that like a mentor or a leader, like a small group leader at church, or maybe it's Pastor Josh or a mom or your dad, somebody in your life who is where you want to be, and they're investing in you and pouring into you. Okay, then there are people that you're investing in too. Right? There are people that you're influencing. There are people that want to be where you are, that you're, no matter where you're at, you can do this, by the way. Like, you can be a 6th grader, a 7th grader, a 11th grader, a freshman. No matter where you're at in life, you have influence. I don't know if you know that. You have influence right now. People are watching you right now. And so I believe that we should always have people in our life that we're intentionally investing in, believing in, cheering on. Then there are people who kind of are doing life with you. Then there are people who kind of are where you're at. If you're in the 10th grade, maybe they're in the 10th grade, and they're like, that's your squad, that's your crew, that's your people. And they're kind of right where you're at, right? Can I tell you that most of the time in life, those people have more influence than the leaders in our life? Most of the time in our lives, particularly when we're young, it's the people that are right beside us that are in life with us, that are actually kind of leading our life. Having a big effect in life starts with a small group. It's why we push it so much at church. It's why at Compass, such a big part of our mission is helping people, students, get in community. I believe that the absolute best place for you every single week, right now, I know it's digitally, but the best place for you is to be right here on Wednesday nights, connecting with other people who are following Jesus or who are moving towards God, being navigated towards God, like our mission statement says. I heard it said another way one time. Your friends will determine the direction and the quality of your life. Your friends will determine the direction and the quality of your life. So here's just a simple way to look at that. If you don't like the direction and quality of your life, if like where your life is going is not where you want it to go, most of the time you can change that by changing the people that you're being surrounded with. Now, here's the deal. I don't believe that means all of your friends have to be Christians. In fact, I would encourage you to have people in your life that are friends of yours, that you're for, that you're cheering on, that you love like Jesus told us to love people from all types of different faiths, or people who don't have faith at all. But you have to be careful who you let influence you. It's a difference having somebody in your life and having somebody influence your life. Those are two totally different things. One person influences my life, another person's in my life. Just because somebody's in my life doesn't mean they have to influence me. Just because you are a Facebook friend, just because I follow you on Instagram, doesn't mean I have to do what you do. I have to be selective. I got to be choosy. I got to be picky about the people that influence me. Because here's the reality. You hang out with basketball players, you're going to play basketball. You hang out with people who like hip hop, you're going to like hip hop. It's just the way we're wired as human beings. We tend to evolve or develop or grow into the people that we're surrounded by with. Like I said earlier, your 5 best friends, that's your future. You don't like where your future's at. You don't like where your life's going. Take a look at your 5 best friends. Because here's the deal. In life, I hope you know this. Like, you're not too young to know this. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Seniors, I hope you know this. It is the direction of your life, not your intentions, that's determining where you're going. You can get in your car right now. Let's say you're 16, you got your license, you got a car. You could get in your car right now and drive as far north as you want to. For days, you could drive north. You're never going to get to Mexico. Right? You could pack your swim trunks and your flip-flops and your beach ball, your suntan lotion. Don't forget your suntan lotion. You could pack all that stuff and plan this amazing beach vacation. But if your car's going north, you will never, ever, ever get to Mexico. Mexico's south. I hope you know that. Geography. Get a globe, all right? Anyways, a map, something. Open it on your phone. Look, it's south. Okay, so here's the deal. No matter what your intention is in life, oh, Pastor Josh, I just want to grow. Oh, I want to grow in God. I want to help people. I want to make an impact on this world. Like, want to is awesome, but what direction is your life going in? That's a better indicator than your want to. Your want to is great. It says where your heart is, but where are your actions? And then I can see your actions often, mostly, in people that are surrounding you, in people that are influencing you. In the book of Acts, it says this way. I'm going to read right over here. Acts chapter 2. This is the early church. These are the first group of people that follow Jesus. This Acts is a historical document written by a doctor named Luke describing what was going on when the church first started. All right, so Acts chapter 2, verse 42 through 47. I'm going to read it to you. It says, they devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and they had everything in common. They sold their property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying all the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. Now, I want you to notice something about what I just read. How many times did I say the word together, or there, or everyone? See, this passage is describing the early church, and it uses the word together more than any other word. They devoted themselves together to teaching. Like they went to church together is what the very first verse in this says in Acts 2:42. They went to church together. In the next sentence, it says they were together, like they hung out, they spent time around each other. They sold their property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. They were serving together. They were generous together. They were helping the world together. They broke bread in their homes together. Like these people were intimate. They had a close relationship. It went beyond social media and a text every once in a while. They were in each other's homes. Like that's my boy, that's my girl, that's my people. And they ate together with sincere hearts praising God. And the Lord added to their number. That means they had a number in common, a number in mind. They had a goal together. They had a mission. They were together. They went to church together. They hung out together. They were in each other's homes. They ate meals. They broke bread. They had mission. They served. They were generous. And they did it all together. I'm not saying that all your friends have to be in church every time the doors open. I'm not saying that all your friends have to be able to quote every Bible verse, but I am saying the people that are closest to you, your circle, right? Draw a circle on a piece of paper right now. Put 5 lines around the circle. I want you to have 5 names. Maybe you don't right now. Pray for them if you don't. I want you to have 5 names eventually in that circle of people that you would say, I'm going to be picky. I'm going to put people in this circle that they are impressed by truth. They are impressed by sincerity. They are impressed by love. They're impressed when I'm my best. They're impressed when I'm seeking Jesus. Doesn't mean all my friends have to seek Jesus, but it means these people, the ones in that circle, they are. I'm going to close and tell you a story real quick about this in my life. I was in college and I was 19 and I got a phone call from my brother-in-law. And he said, Josh, your mom's in the hospital. Your stepdad and her were drinking. They got into a fight. It was really bad. She's been really injured. And it was really scary. She's in the ICU. I was terrified. That's my mom. I'm a mama's boy. I wanted to go home. I was in Florida. She was in Alabama. I was furious. I was scared for my mom, but I was furious at this guy, my stepdad. So I had just gotten off of work and I was in my dorm at college. And my roommate Joe was there and I was just so livid. I was ready to go get in the car and go back home to Alabama and find the guy, right? And be not a Christian to him. And I had to go outside. I had to go outside and pray and just get alone and yell at God because I was mad at God for letting this happen to my mom. So I went outside. I went into this like courtyard at my dorm and I'm praying. I'm just screaming and yelling at God, which is okay, by the way. And I looked down and there's a piece of metal on the ground and I picked it up. It got my attention. I picked it up and it said, caution, objects under extreme pressure will explode. I'll never forget that moment. It was like God was saying to me, calm down. Calm down. You're going to lose it if you don't calm down. I got this. So I went back inside and when I got there, there's like 20 people in my dorm room. They put me in the middle of this circle and they started praying for me. A lot of those people that were in that circle that night are still in my life today. A lot of those people who are in that circle that night in my room are in my circle, my 5. Remember we talked about it. They're in my circle right now. You got to have people in your life who are impressed by you at your best. And you at your best is when you're serving and following Jesus and growing in your faith. Show me your 5 best friends, I'll show you your future. The you effect is determined by the who effect. Having a big effect starts with the small group of people in your life, in your circle. And your friends will determine the direction and quality of your life. You don't like it? Change it. Find a new circle. Let me pray for you. Father, thanks so much for every single one of these students. God, I'm so grateful that they're a part of Compass Roanoke. They're such a big deal here. They're not the church of the future. They're the church of right now, of today. I pray that you begin to just speak to them about the people in their life, that you bring people in their life that, like your word says, would be iron sharpening iron, would make them better, that would celebrate them at their best, God. I'm so grateful for our young people at our church. I pray that you'd use them to help us bring thousands of people in Roanoke and the surrounding area to Jesus. We love you. We're so grateful for Jesus in your name. Amen. Thanks for spending some time with me tonight. Hope you guys have an awesome day. God bless.